What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys. So today we are going to set up our power supply. Finally, we've been trying to get this thing done for the last few episodes. We finally made the energy core last time. The recipe to get everything going is just a little bit of stuff here. We still have to do a little bit of crafting, but as far as most of the resources, we're done. So let's just take one more look back here. So we're going to go for the tier 7, not the tier 8. We might be able to do the tier 8 eventually with our awakened seeds that we have growing, but it's going to take a little bit of time for the amount of draconium to come in that we need, the awakened draconium. So let's go, where is it? Energy stabilizer, energy core setup. This is what we need. So we need the 36 energy core stabilizers, which is required for everything tier 5 and higher, I think, right? Looks like it. So we're going to need 36 energy core stabilizers. We already have the energy core, and we can get the draconium blocks and redstone blocks out of our system. We have that stuff already. So energy core stabilizer, 36 of those. Let's take a look. What do these things cost? Oh, that is a fusion crafting recipe. Oh boy. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of time to do. That is a wyvern tier, and that does require draconic cores. Oh my goodness. So blaze rods are also a thing that we're going to need. We have plenty of them, so that's not even an issue. Okay, so let's start setting up some of these recipes here. So to make a particle generator, do this. So easy. We'll put that in the system. So when we tell the system how to create the next thing, it'll know how to do that. So we'll put that here. So next item, well, I guess we have to make a particle generator first, and then we can set up this recipe for the fusion crafting. So particle generator. Go ahead and craft one of those. Yeah, it's got to craft up the draconic core. Unfortunately, that's the slowest part of this because it has to use the actually additions and power thing in order to process that. But yeah, other than that, this should go pretty fast, I think. So once that's done, we should get ourselves one particle generator, and then we can set up the recipe to make the next item. So let's start getting that recipe going. So that's 4 diamonds plus 2 wyvern cores. Uh-oh. Actually, we might. Oh, no. We do have wyvern cores in here. So we need processing pattern. We'll do 2 of those. Diamond. We need 4 of those. And we need the particle generator and a slime ball. Okay, particle generator. Cool. So that should be everything. And then we got to tell that's going to craft something. How about a demonic shuriken? Paper shuriken. Okay, so all of this stuff, these items plus, well, I guess these items plus this will turn into an energy core stabilizer. Now, as we saw, it's going to take the wyvern cores. We saw how long it took to make one of the draconic cores there, and it takes 4 of those to make the wyvern core, plus it's got to do the fusion crafting on that. Yeah, I'm going to be having to AFK here for an hour or 2, I think. Yeah. Anyway, oh, I didn't craft the pattern, did I? Whoops. Let's go do that real quick, and we can grab that and throw that in the system. Craft that. Okay, so there's that guy. Come down here. Just 1 flight, not 2. And then we put this over into this guy. Okay, so we've done this many times before. We do have to set the whitelist. We want the particle generator to go to be infused or fusioned or whatever. And we don't want it to go to the outside things. So yeah, we should be pretty much set up at this point. Let's go tell it to queue up one of those and see what happens. Make sure everything's going to work right. Which way am I looking? This way? All right. So if I tell it to make a demonic shuriken, next, it's got everything. It just got to go through and craft everything. So I'll tell it to start up. So we should do some more of these things because it has to make, well, it should do 4 more of these because it has to make another wyvern core, right? And then it's got to do the fusion crafting. So I'm going to just keep an eye on this, make sure the first one goes through. When we actually get the correct item, the energy core stabilizer, I'll reset the pattern so that's what the system knows that it's making. And then I'll queue up 35 more of them. And then I'll be AFK for a little while, it seems like. Okay, well, be right back, guys. All right, and just a few moments later, there we go. There is our item there. So that is the energy core stabilizer. Yep, So that didn't take too long at all. Oh, you know what? I left the particle generator in my inventory. That could have gone a little bit faster. That didn't take too long at all for it to craft up. It doesn't take a lot of power for it to do that one thing. The longest part, really, is the fact that we got to wait on all the wyvern cores to be made and all the draconic cores. So, yeah, that's going to be one of those time sink things. Like I said, I'm just going to have to sit around AFK for that. So I will change the recipe so it is proper now. We'll cancel the one that I'll never finish because we're never going to get one of those shurikens in the system. Let's cancel that. All right, so now we should be good to go. I am kind of curious how many resources it's going to take for all of this. So let's put our thing back in here. Okay, so if I tell it to make energy core stabilizers and I want it to make 35 of those, are we gonna have enough stuff? Okay, so first of all, we don't have enough stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're missing a lot of premium essence. Oh boy. Yeah, this is more stuff that we don't have that I wasn't really expecting. So emerald, I realize we don't have a recipe. The system doesn't know that the emerald essence turns into emeralds, and then when we have emeralds, it turns into the blocks. So if I tell the system to make like 200 emeralds, we can do that. What else do we got here? Okay, so I used up quite a bit of that essence. I could probably tell it to make like 10. I could probably tell it to make like 50 more. Let's tell it to make like 50 more. Okay, I couldn't do 50. Let's do 40. 40 more. So what about gold? Gold, we have a lot of ore. We can process that to get the gold blocks required, so that's not a big deal. So stabilizer, one more time. We tell it to make 35. No, is it? Yeah, 35 of those. So we're still missing out on emerald. We're gonna have to make this faster or get a different way of doing it. Gold, we still need a lot of, and the supremium essence we need a lot of. So I kind of feel like maybe for the essence, we could swap what we're doing here. Like this is growing decently fast, right? But I think we can make it a lot faster if we upgrade these seeds to the tier 6, the final tier, which is gonna use a lot of essence to do it, but we can swap it out and hook it up like we have our Nether Stars and our other stuff. The Awakened Draconium. That way we can craft this stuff or get it into the system faster. I don't know. I don't know if it's a smart idea to do that or just take the existing tier 5s that we have. Another thing that we can do, we could spawn in a whole lot of wither bosses over here. Because each one of those drops between like 1 to 4 of the red essence. I don't even remember how many more of the red essence did we need. I know we needed a bunch, but I didn't really keep a track of the count. We need 300 more. So if I kill like 100 wither bosses, we might end up with enough of the supremium for that. Okay, well, I'm going to start hooking up our system to go through our gold ore. We need that done. That's going to take a minute. We could also look at getting gold seeds and processing those. I mean, that's another thing. Let's grab this gold ore. We'll queue this up like we've done before. And we need pulverized gold. Go here. Okay, I'll just go ahead and right click so we can get a full stack into this thing. Although it doesn't really look like we're ever going to need 64. It's never going to get that amount. But there we go. So we're collecting the gold. All right, well, I got a few more tasks to do around here. I was kind of hoping that we would immediately go to start working on the energy core, the power ball, but yeah, unfortunately resources is a thing that we're gonna have to look at, so I'm gonna try and figure something out. All right, guys, well, I've been doing a lot of stuff around here, been trying to get all these resources together and trying to make resources faster. So we're still trying to make the stabilizer here, and we are still low on emerald. If we do 35 of those, we have everything else. Well, actually, no, I guess I am incorrect. What are we missing here? Does it need Nether Stars? Why is it doing... Okay, so Nether Stars, that's the thing. We have those. I took the pattern out for the essence into Nether Stars. I was trying to use up all of our wither essence and killing wither bosses so we could get the supremium. If I have both of those patterns in where it can spawn in the wither boss or use the essence, it'll always try and use the essence. So I had to remove that. But yeah, that's why it's trying to do this. So we have Nether Stars taken care of. That's not a big deal. But yeah, emerald, I wanted to speed that up. So I grabbed our emerald seeds. Actually, I might even be able to have enough in here if I just put those stars in that I took out. But yeah, I wanted to speed these guys up. The thing is, I keep going back and forth to our farm, and that's getting annoying because it's not like right next door. I have to spend like 30 seconds, 45 seconds one way and then, you know, coming back again. Let's look at making a dislocator. And in fact, at this point in the game, we should be able to make the advanced dislocator. That was needing the draconic tier, which we have upgraded our fusion crafting to. So we need a dislocator, some pearls, a dragon egg, and 4 draconium ingots. Let's do this. I am super excited for this. So we need 4 of those. Was it 3 pearls? I think it was just 3 pearls. And then a dragon egg, which we have all of them now. Okay, so let's put that there. We're not going to set up a recipe for this. It's going to be one of those things we just make once unless we somehow die and lose it, and then we'll make one more. But yeah, it's no point in setting up an automated recipe for this. And then I saw we did have a regular dislocator that was unlinked in the system that I made extra a while ago. So we can just throw that right in here, and that's all we should have to do. So that'll go ahead and charge up, use all of the power, and then that'll make this guy. So this advanced dislocator, if you haven't seen that before, allows you to set warp points. You can keep it on your person. You can put in like, I don't know, 50 different warp points. I'm not sure if there's a maximum limit. I don't know if I've ever reached the maximum, but you can put in pretty much everywhere that you're ever going to want to warp to in it. It does cost an ender pearl per warp. So that's one thing that we're going to have to do. Ender pearl. I think we have a recipe. No, we don't have a recipe to tell the system how to do that. This ender dust that we have, is it 8 or is it 9? Or is it 4? Somehow we can make pearls out of that stuff. So there we go. Yeah, so we have all the different warps that we're going to want. We have 179,000 of this stuff. I should probably set up a recipe to do this. But anyway, so we'll be able to do lots of warpity warps. Okay, so let's get the dislocator, the advanced dislocator. We'll shift right click on it. It says fuel 0, so we can add new, or I'm sorry, add fuel. You can add 1 pearl at a time, or I think if you shift click, it does 16 at a time. So we'll just go ahead and shift click spam all of the pearls in our inventory. So 500 warps. All right, so we want a quest complete, advanced dislocator. We're gonna want a spot where we warp back, probably by our applied energistics. Yeah, maybe. Kind of makes sense to me. So we'll do this. We'll do add new, call this home, commit, lock it so we don't accidentally change it. Okay, so now whenever we want to warp home, we just select home and then we right click. Now we come back here. Very good. All right, so now that we have that done, I can go around to all of our various locations that we want to go, like our farm, and add new waypoints so we don't have to fly back and forth every time. I could add one here for the astral sorcery, although we haven't really been using it too much. If we have to go back and forth from there a few times, we'll probably do that. And I have been adding to our farm over here. It was kind of interesting. I added in, well, actually, just right before I added in 9 more of these growth crystal tier 3s, the grass had spread far enough over here that it just barely entered the range of these guys. And it just immediately went whoosh, and like the entire area got surrounded by grass instantly. It was kind of interesting to see. I wasn't recording at the time, but yeah, so this definitely speeds up grass growth. Like if I remove this block right here, immediately turns to grass right below it, right? Just because speeding it up so fast. I thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't know that it affected grass. Can I shift right click on this? Do that, get rid of this guy, and there we go. Okay. So I did add in more growth crystal tier 3s over here to try and speed up more of our crops. You see that we now have 9 nether star crops and we have 9 dragon crops. The awakened draconium, I went and I killed 3 more dragons to do that. You'll notice that this row back here isn't going quite as fast as this row right here. These are supposed to work in a 9x9 area, like a 9x9 farm. So if it's the center block, it'll go 4 blocks away. Yeah, so 4 blocks away from here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 2 are being affected by all 3 of them. This one's only being affected by 2 of them, I think. So it's going slightly slower. I think that's how that works anyway. So anyway, yeah, the idea was I wanted to get these things all the way around and speed this all up and do like a checkerboard pattern where we do a 3x3 of this and then a 3x3 of crops and a 3x3 of that, etc., etc. it is costing some resources. So things that were expensive I brought over here. I made ghast seeds. I ended up killing more wither skeletons, getting more wither skeleton chunks, smelting them, and then making the ghast chunks out of it. I did end up adding, I was going to show you, I did end up adding sweeping edge to the vile sword, or is that what it's called? The Solium dagger. And it made that go a lot faster. I'm able to attack more than one skeleton at a time, so definitely good. So anyway, now that we got most of this set up, I guess I can do it right here. Let's do it like this. Let's look at this way. It's nicer looking this way. All right, so we'll do add new. We'll call this farm. Commit, lock it. Okay, so you can hold down shift and scroll your mouse wheel, go back and forth. So now we're back home again. So I did see that some of the essence was sitting on the ground, not being collected right away. Again, we're dealing with this chest being full from our quarry. As soon as that quarry finishes up, I don't know if we're gonna need another one, but yeah, we're getting stuff like this mud clumps, which is just being fortunate and clogging the entire system. So sometimes we get stuff that's left on the ground for a few moments, but it gets picked up in almost no time. It's not a big deal. Anyway, so let's go put our Nether Star thing back here. I think it was next to our upgrades. Okay, so now that we got this stuff done, oh, you know what? I did not do what I wanted to do, did I? I was gonna put our diamond and our emerald seeds back here. So emerald, so yes, we'll be collecting emerald much faster than what we were doing before. And then we'll also add our diamonds over here because we got a few more spots. So anyway, I also have glowstone. I put our guardian seeds. I made obsidian seeds. We didn't have that before. What was this other one? Oh, this is our dragon egg. This was in the center, and then I added in a new crystal growth right there. So I moved the dragon egg. So anyway, we got all these things going pretty fast. I do want to add in more of the crystal growth so we can make all these things faster. And I did end up moving our Inferium tier 5s over here. I did not elect to make them tier 6s. We'll hold off on that for a little while. But anyway, so we should be pretty much good to go. So now if we try and make the stabilizer, I'm feeling like we still don't have enough emerald, but we'll check it out. Yeah, so we're still missing 40 blocks of emerald. We have 340 emerald essence. Can I make... Okay, so emerald, I could make like 40 more, I guess. Just less than 40. That's unfortunate. I can also fortune that ore there. So let's do 30 of those. We'll fortune this stuff, see if we can get enough. I don't know. I mean, we're going to get like 2 per one of these things. So we're only missing like, what was it, 10 blocks of emerald? So we are very, very close. Okay, I did notice that Thaumcraft's giving us this rare earth stuff. I don't know anything about that. I don't think we're going to touch Thaumcraft at all on this playthrough. So one more time, we'll try and make 35 of these and see how close we are. We're missing... Oh, I thought we were missing far fewer blocks. We're missing 28 blocks. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we're gonna have to wait on that. All right, guys. Well, I was finally able to get enough emeralds. I ended up making 2 more seeds. We have a total of 3 emerald seeds. I added in some more of these tier 3 growth crystals here. So we have like a lot of stuff going. But then I was still a few blocks short, and I was like, oh no. So, yeah, as it turns out, I never did set up our void ore miner over here. I never did set this up to export to our chest, our ender chest. So I took a full stack of emeralds here, plus like 4 blocks, and I was able to fortune all of those. And then we ended up with enough, so I was able to queue up our craft here. So it is now started. But yeah, this is gonna take a little bit of time. So we need to craft up like 400 of these things over here to make 70 wyvern cores. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. It's in the middle of crafting like all the smaller crafts, a lot of flashy lights here. Things are happening, which is pretty cool. It is pulverizing some iron, I think, to turn into, well, those iron ingots. I think those go into these ingots, right? I don't know. I don't remember needing that much iron before to craft these things. But anyway, like we're doing lots of stuff here, but it is gonna take some time. So I am not gonna be able to sit here and watch this thing. Yeah, I'm just running out of recording time for today. So other things that I've done, we mentioned before that our ender chest here was overflowing. I have since swapped that out to an ME import bus with 4 acceleration cards, and that seems to be keeping up just fine. I'm actually kind of surprised. I remember using import buses before, but I don't remember them being this fast. Previously, we were using, was it the transfer node from Extra Utilities with 16 speed upgrades and a stack upgrade to export this stuff into an interface. But yeah, I think the import bus is just the better option here. This definitely seems to be keeping up. Now, I haven't been watching this constantly, and I didn't see go through any of those mud clumps again, but I feel like we're not going to really be having problems like we were having before with it overflowing and not picking items up. But yeah, so that's another thing. So our emerald essence that we're collecting right now, we can see that number going steadily up pretty quickly since we got 3 of the plants over there, which is really, really nice. And then as far as our Nether Stars, yeah, you can see that's going up. We have 9 of those plants, and then there's the whole bunch of the crystal growths around them. So we're going to be making this stuff really quickly. So if I want to make more stars, like 100 more, like that's not a big deal. We can do that. So Nether Stars aren't really going to be an issue anymore. Any other crops that we need stuff fast, we'll go ahead and put over there, like our diamonds and emeralds and so on. Things that we don't need as fast, like our guardian essence and gas, we can probably put back over here. But ideally, I think I'd like to get rid of these guardian cloches. Just the more of these things around the base that we have, I feel like the laggier things are overall. I was kind of talking about that last episode. So we're at that point now where we add stuff and we can start feeling that lag. Like I'm already just getting less than 60 FPS. When we started, I think we're over 100 or something. So yeah, like things are definitely adding up and causing some frame rate issues. So the more that we can remove, the better. I did also remove our industrial blast furnace over here. Like we set that up a while ago and we have not touched it since. And its only purpose in life was to make steel, and we have steel seeds. We have steel essence. There's no reason to have that thing around anymore. This over here that was making our plastic and stuff, like we haven't needed a whole lot of that and we haven't touched it for a while. So I kind of like removed some of the things. I felt like when I looked over this way, we were dropping frames a lot more. I didn't know if it was this or the immersive engineering stuff. When I come over here, it seemed like the frame rate was getting higher. So I don't know. It seems like it's kind of weird. Anyway, I've just been trying to like reduce some stuff around here to try and help out the performance. But yeah, looking this way, definitely you can see a huge drop in FPS as opposed to looking over here. So anyway, I think we're going to wrap the episode up here early today, guys. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a lot of like waiting around and trying to get resources at this point. And then now it's waiting on the crafting to happen. I really wanted today to be the day that we were going to make the energy storage, but unfortunately, there is a lot more waiting involved than I was expecting. Yeah, next episode, we should be able to get it done. It's just a matter of getting these stabilizers crafted and waiting on that to happen. But once that's done, yes, we should be able to have all the power storage, and hopefully things won't go as slow. Although, I don't know. We're going to have to figure out a way to speed this up. I think there's astral sorcery ways we can do that. We might look into that at some point. Not entirely sure. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.